today we'll be studying this year's current affairs. I mean, like from January nunchi this May varaku important current affairs anedi, and also map pointing perspective also we'll study today. So I'll start with a very important concept which we have discussed as part of map pointing, that is Ramsar sites. The Ramsar sites current affairs, which is already in news because ఇండియాలో 10 ఇంపార్టెంట్ వెట్లాండ్స్ అనేది రీసెంట్ గా ఈ రామ్సార్ లిస్ట్ లో యాడ్ చేశారనమాట. దట్ మీన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ వీ హ్యావ్ అరౌండ్ 26 to 27 రామ్సార్ సైట్స్ విచ్ హస్ బీన్ ఐడెంటిఫైడ్ ఇన్ అవర్ కంట్రీ. ఈ రామ్సార్ సైట్స్ ని 10 more రామ్సార్ సైట్స్ హాస్ బీన్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్. సో ఈ సైట్స్ అనేది ఇట్ టాక్స్ అబౌట్ వెట్లాండ్స్ అన్నమాట. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ వెట్లాండ్? వెట్లాండ్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఏరియా which is having very high ecological importance. Ecological importance which gives a high area, I mean like the area which is of ecological importance for flora as well as the fauna, or that is like plant species or rich animal species. So ilanti wetlands or ilanti sites ni India recognizes first, and India will send this list to Ramsar. Ramsar anedi, it's a place in Iran. So 1971 convention dwara, that is the Ramsar convention, which talks about the protection of wetlands. Ante wetlands can be an area. Wetlands is an area which can be a lagoon. Lagoon ante is a place where brackish water is a fresh water and the salt water mixtures are. So that is a lagoon or the brackish water. So few lakes can also be a wetland. Few parks can also be a wetlands. Okay, so wetland anedi oka definite definition anedi ledu, specific definition anedi ledu. Wetland is an, in general ga ardham chesukovalante, wetland anedi it's an area or a site which is having a high ecological importance, which will protect a wide areas and also which are very much helpful for ecological conservation of plant and animal species. So already mana daggara 26 to 27 Ramsar sites has been added as per 1971 Ramsar convention. Recently 10 has been added to that list. So when 10 has been added in this year around in January February, and this has been recognized. Now, when these has been recognized, then it is of very high importance that the question might be in our UPSC as part of a preliminary exam. So, Maharashtra lo Nandur is an that is an wetland, which is the first area of Maharashtra which was added as part of Ramsar site. Second one, Punjab lo most important part is BS conservation reserves, which is very important. And in Uttar Pradesh, we have certain very important areas like Nawabganj, Parvati Agra, Saman, Samaspur. So ilanti areas, I mean like majorly from Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Maharashtra, the 10 important wetlands has been added as part of Ramsar website. Now Ramsar website lo see India lo there are n number of wetlands. Not all wetlands has been added by Ramsar anamata. సో ఇండియా ఏం చేస్తుందంటే కొన్ని వెట్లాండ్స్ ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేశాక ఆ లిస్ట్ ని ఇరాన్ లో ఉన్న ప్లేస్ దట్ రామ్సార్, సో ఈ రామ్సార్ ఈ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ ని ఇండియా విల్ సెండ్ దిస్ లిస్ట్. లేటర్ వెన్ దిస్ లిస్ట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ బై రామ్సార్, దెన్ ఇండియాలో సెలెక్ట్ అయిన ఈ లిస్ట్ అనేది ఇట్ విల్ బి రికగ్నైజ్డ్ అండర్ రామ్సార్ సైట్స్. So in Ramsar lo we also have a record. What is that record? This record is known as Montreal's record. Montreal's record ante a particular Ramsar site lo ecological changes anamata. If there are any wide ecological changes due to deforestation undachu, due to habitat destruction undachu, due to any other issues, because of that issues ecological importance ni that has been reducing. So that's the reason Ramsar has a book that is known as Montreal's book or Montreal's record. This Montreal's record identifies those lists which are the areas where ecological changes has happened or happening or might occur in future. So alanti areas ni Ramsar, it will add in Montreal's record and will give some sort of international participation or high importance, so that areas will become a normal areas where life can sustain. So alanti the India lo there are two Montreal's websites or websites. What are those? That is Kilodai Ghana National Park, which is in Rajasthan, and Loktak Lake, which is in Manipur. So I repeat, earlier Montreal's record ante ఏదైనా ఏరియా తీసుకుంటే because of habitat destruction అనుకోవచ్చు or any sort of deforestation అనుకోవచ్చు. Because of that, if that area is becoming which is not suitable for ecological perspective, then that area will be added under Montreal's record. Now alantivi India lo there were 3 records anamata. The first one was Chilka Lake, second one was Kilodai Ghana National Park, third one was Loktak Lake. Now when you have added this part of Montreal's record, people start working on Mata, giving high importance so that ecological restoration can happen. So life can sustain or life can continue or life can develop in that areas. So Chilka Lake was removed from Montreal's record. When Chilka Lake was removed from Montreal's record, Chilka Lake has set one example that life can again happen or life can improve from those areas where it was a wide devastation which have earlier occurred. So very important points what you have to note here is 10 wetlands which were added. One was in Maharashtra, 2 were as part of Punjab, and maximum were added from Uttar Pradesh. The total sites has gone nearly to 36 to 37 areas in India. Now I repeat, India lo there are many wetlands, but not all wetlands are part of Ramsar. So India will select a few wetlands and will send those wetlands to Ramsar. So Ramsar will choose from that list as an Ramsar sites. If those sites are losing their habitat, then Ramsar will add that under Montreal's record. So this is very simple. You should know what is Ramsar Convention on wetlands, what is a wetland, and what is Montreal's record. What is that site which has been removed from Montreal's record, which has set an example is Chilka Lake. So I move to the next topic. Next topic is this I have directly picked from the Hindu. That is recently a new spider species. Look, 2016-2017 lo UPSC has asked a few questions on butterfly species, on spider species. So ఇలాంటివి కొన్ని న్యూ ఎండమిక్ స్పీసీస్ కావచ్చు ఆర్ కొన్ని న్యూ ఏలియన్ స్పీసీస్ కావచ్చు. Alien species are those species they move from one place to another place. Endemic ante the species which belong to their location anamata. Now an archaeologist who study about the spiders, so what they spotted about is like Ilitodu forest of Ernakulam district, ante Ilitodu forest of Ernakulam district, where the researchers has found a new spider species. Now this has been spotted in India for the first time, which has been a part of Eurasia, that is Europe and Asia, and also Africa. Now these are you should know few facts about anarchids. Those are like these are the diverse group of invertebrates which includes mites kavachu, scorpions kavachu, spiders kavachu, but majorly these are morely of spiders. Now these are a carnivore species ankochu which prey or which depend on few insects, and because of this the population of insects is under control. I repeat, Habrosystem longispinum, this is the species which is related to the new spider species which was recently discovered in Kerala. Mostly which area? The area of Western Ghats, that is southern Western Ghats, in the Ilitodu forest of Ernakulam. See, in 2016, one huge banana species was, discovered in southern, that is in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, the border. So UPSC has asked a direct question: where do you get this species which is endemic in India? So the answer was Tamil Nadu or Kerala. So the same way, he can ask you this endemic species which was recently discovered. So be careful with this very new species like spider, butterfly, or any other species which has been discovered. Now, we'll study about new East Asian birds spotted in Andaman Island. Look, before this, I have to explain what are those fly areas or flyway. Fly areas, flyway ante కొన్ని long distance travel చేసే birds. కొన్ని long distance travel చేసే birds, what they try to do is they halt at certain location అన్నమాట. For example, the route of Siberian crane may be from a Siberian region to any other region, but they halt at the somewhere place of northern India. In the same way, ఈ చైనా నుంచి థైలాండ్ నుంచి ట్రావెల్ చేసే బర్డ్స్ దే ట్రావెల్ ఇన్ ఏ సచ్ ఏ వే దే హాల్ట్ ఇన్ అండమాన్ నికోబార్. ఫ్రమ్ అండమాన్ నికోబార్ దే విల్ రీచ్ టు ఇండోనేషియా. అంటే అండమాన్ నికోబార్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద డెస్టినేషన్ ప్లేసెస్ వేర్ they stay for certain period of time, and also where they go for certain winter season where they take breeding practices. Now in this we get to see few important species here. The birds includes like horsefield bronze cuckoo, which is a native of Australia and Papua New Guinea, that is the southern part. Now there is one more species from, that is the zappy flycatcher, which is from China, and Javan pond heron, which is majorly from Thailand and Cambodia. So these migrate from north places to the southern places and fly away ante flyways ante they take a direction which is supported for them, and they stay at one particular place for certain period of time, probably in the season of winter and kochu, so that they stay there, so that is very proper to their environmental condition. After few months of breeding and kochu, they'll move away from those places to final their destination. So here I have written one point, that is these birds use Andaman Nicobar for few weeks to rest. So Andaman Nicobar is identified as a very important flyway. So East Asian Australian flyway is one path. I repeat, East Asian Australasian flyway is one path where most birds take their via route, that is from Andaman Nicobar, and rest there, and this resting place is acting as an breeding season. So Andaman Nicobar is identified as a one very important breeding place. Now flyways koste, in throughout the world we have 9 important flyways. The 9 important flyways lo India is very much connected to 3 places. I repeat, this is a very important point because this is repeatedly in news because of migratory birds and mata. Migratory birds ante they move from one location to another location. Now very important flyways, that are 3 in the world. We have around 9 flyways, and in 9 flyways 3 are connected, that is our country is connected to 3 pathways on mata. First one is Central Asian flyway, where most Indian Ocean territory, the Southern Ocean territory is connected, and East Asian Australian flyway like Andaman Nicobar, what I have already explained, and Asian East African flyway, that is the part of northwestern India and Himalayan region and Kochi. So southern India is connected, western part of India is also connected, the northern part, northern and also the eastern part is also connected to this flyways. I repeat, flyways anedi, it is twice in news. Once it is covered in the Hindu, and also it is covered in Indian Express. So if flyways endante, it's a halt place. అంటే long destination travel చేసే birds, they stay at one place. A place అనేది that should be very suitable for that species. For example, most species travel in winter season and they halt at a particular place, and that particular place could be Western Ghats, that particular place could be Himalayas, that particular place can be Andaman Nicobar. So these three locations are interconnected to different flyways. So flyways is in news because of why? Because of these birds like horsefish bronze coco, which is a native of Australia and Papua New Guinea. So these areas and this Andaman Nicobar is acting as an flyway. I repeat, this was already in news, so try to make note of the important facts which has been already given in the slides. Now, Aegean Sea litter. Aegean Sea అనేది it is part of Europe అన్నమాట. So Europe లో there is one country Italy. So nearby Italy you have nearby Greece, and nearby Turkey we have Aegean Sea. Now what happened in Aegean Sea is, in the last class I explained about Farm Strait. So Farm Strait is somewhere around in Arctic, which is between nearby this Greenland and Svalbard. So Farm Strait low, there are lot of accumulation of microplastics. So scientists discovered this microbeads and microplastic. Same research has been conducted nearby Aegean Sea, where people found lot of litter, that is plastics. So they wanted to find out whether this litter, that is the waste, that is the plastic waste, can be noticed or observed from the satellite, or that is imaginary satellites. So European Union has conducted one experiment. In this, they found out nearby Aegean Sea there is a lot of accumulation of litter and matter. So as part of environmental perspective, we should find it out. Where is this Aegean Sea? Aegean Sea is nearby Greece, nearby Turkey. Now, earlier we look at this another picture I have added here in the slide, which completely shows Turkey. Turkey, some part of Turkey is in Asia, other part of Turkey is in Europe. At a maximum Turkey location anedi, it is in Asia. So Turkey is connected, or Turkey connects two important continents. One is Europe, other one is Asia. Now, hereby in Turkey, n number of questions has been asked in UPSC. For example, 2014 law, a simple question has been asked. Turkey is between which two seas? The important question which has been asked is Turkey location anedi, which is between which two seas? Answer is the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. In the same way, Turkey is again in news. Why? Because of this Aegean Sea litter, because of plastic waste accumulation anedi. Next one, Sea of Marmara. Sea of Marmara and Black Sea are connected by Bosphorus Strait. Now you can look here, the Bosphorus Strait, which is in the northern part nearby Istanbul anedi. The Bosphorus Strait, that is the southern part of Black Sea dagara, the color of water has slowly changed anamata. So nearby Bosphorus Strait, the color of water has slowly changed to black in color. So the reason was the growth of bacteria, but not it was due to any pollution or plastic pollution. Plastic pollution anedi, the issue was at nearby this Aegean Sea. So Aegean Sea there was a litter which got accumulated, and nearby Sea of Marmara and Bosphorus Strait there was a growth of bacteria, which is Animalia hexylea. So Animalia hexylea is the bacteria because of which the color of water nearby the southern part of Black Sea, that is the Bosphorus Strait, has turned into black in color. So we can expect a question అంటే టర్కీ రిలేటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్ అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాబట్టి సో లొకేషన్ ఆఫ్ టర్కీ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇక్కడ సీ ఆఫ్ మర్మరా ఇస్ బౌండెడ్ బై విచ్ టూ సీస్, వన్ ఈస్ ఏజియన్ సీ అనుకోవచ్చు, బ్లాక్ సీ or Mediterranean Sea. So Turkey connects to other part, that is Asian part of Turkey అనేది it will connect to European part by two tiny knots అన్నమాట. One is the Bosphorus Strait, which is very important. Second one is Dardanelles అంటారు, that is the southern part. So this both are connected and in between lies the Sea of Marmara. So this was in news. So try to know why this Turkey was in news, what are those factors. Now another important is Osudu Lake. See, when we are talking about pollution, so there was one more lake in India which was in news. So vulnerability assessment anamata, ante enta varaku impact jarigindo pollution valla. So there was an assessment which was in Osudu Lake. Osudu Lake is in Puducherry. I repeat, Osudu Lake or Osterry Lake, that is in Puducherry. So Puducherry or Pondicherry, we know it has around 4 districts. Yanam is there, okay, and Mahi, okay, Karaikal and Puducherry. Now this Puducherry part in Tamil Nadu is seriously having some environmental issues, and this was also given in the Hindu. So this is because of pollution, that is of it could be biological waste or plastic waste and matter. Now which is having a very, which was earlier used to have a very high ecological importance to give a basic support of life to plant and animal species. Now it started slowly degrading. Now in this way Osudu Lake or Osterry Lake was given a high ecological importance. Now this is already a wetland which was identified by our country, and this was declared as a very important bird life, that is a bird sanctuary. Now Puducherry government has declared Osudu Lake, that is Osudu Lake or Osterry Lake, as a very important bird sanctuary which is between Pulicat Lake and Point Calimar wetlands. See, Pulicat Lake and Point Calimar wetlands both are in Tamil Nadu. In between them there lies Osudu Lake. So you can look at the map there. I have also pointed out Pulicat Lake. Pulicat Lake is between two states. One is Andhra Pradesh, other part is in Tamil Nadu. So Andhra Pradesh lo unna part covers around, Andhra Pradesh lo unna part which covers around 96%, and Tamil Nadu part covers around 4%. So northern side lies this Pulicat Lake, southern side lies this Point Calimar wetland, and in between that we have Osudu Lake or Osterry Lake. I repeat, this is being mentioned in Hindu, so it's better you note it down all those important factors, as it was declared by the Puducherry government as a very important wetland, a very important bird sanctuary, and its location. So, and why it is news? It is in news because of vulnerability index, the assessment which has conducted, which shows that ecological restoration should take place, so that what all the degradation happened should be eliminated, so that life can continuously exist or sustainably exist in this lake. Now we'll go for another important term, which is olive ridley turtles. See, again this olive ridley turtles are in news. So these are very important species, and every year these are in news, which we call it as Aribada. Aribada ante a group of olive ridley turtles which come to a location, okay, for breeding purpose, and they go back to their original habitat. So India lo a very important place of olive ridley turtles anedi, it is in Odisha and northern part of Andhra Pradesh. that is nearby the Hope Island. Gahirmata Sanctuary, which is in Odisha, where lakhs of olive ridley turtles reach to that location, they breed and they go back. Now, few very important terms of olive ridley turtle. Olive ridley turtles is covered under Schedule 1 and Mata. Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act, that is 1972. And its number, when you consider in this Pacific waters or Atlantic Indian Ocean waters, its number is very high కాబట్టి ఓవరాల్ గా లిస్ట్ చూసుకుంటే ఒలివ్ రిడ్లీ టర్టల్స్ స్టేటస్ అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ వల్నరబుల్. నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ఒలివ్ రిడ్లీ టర్టల్స్ ఇష్యూ ఈస్ ఒలివ్ రిడ్లీ టర్టల్స్ నంబర్స్ అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ స్లోలీ ఫాలింగ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా because of unfriendly practices like this fishing practices which are not friendly, which will chop away the fins of olive ridley turtles. Next, tourist centers. These are very important tourist centers also, which are increasing the pollution levels and also the plastic levels, which have changed food habits and the food chains of olive ridley turtles. Because of that, their number is again declining. Now, very important term why olive ridley turtles were also in news is because of the rich habitat or the rich life, the beach life, which used to happen nearby Odisha, that is Gahirmata Wildlife Sanctuary, which killed lot of tiny olive ridley babies, which used to attract in the night time to this busy life of sea, that is like beach life, which where the hotels or the restaurants or the busy traffic in the night times has certain make use of lights which will blink. So these baby turtles anedi in the night times will move towards those places or those areas where you get to see certain lights are blinking and these are crashed, and in the daytime this water is blinking kabatti in the daytime these baby turtles they will move towards the water, and in the daytime they will move towards the water, and in the night time they are moving in the opposite direction of the water, because in the night times we all know that water does not blink. So in this way they are moving towards this busy nightlife and they have been crushed by this moving vehicles. In this way Gahirmata Marine Sanctuary is in news, and why olive ridley turtles are in news. Next important species which you should know which is in news is Maveli frog. Maveli frog is nothing but it's a purple frog. So Kerala has recently wanted to declare, and it is about to declare Maveli frog, that is the purple frog, as its state amphibian anamata. Now here few facts we should know about Maveli frog is this is endemic to southern western ghats. Southern western ghats edundo, so this Maveli frog is endemic ante aa location ke it is particularly endemic to that particular location anamata. Now which entire western ghats? No, it's only of southern western ghats, that is majorly Kerala, and it is not found in any of the places. Now its number is also very less, so it is being listed as endangered. Now the most interesting fact of Maveli frog endante, it almost entire life under 365 days తీసుకుంటే it will stay in the underground tunnels anamata, and only for a single day. So Maveli frog అనేది 364 days it will stay in a underground tunnel, and for one particular day it will come out for laying of eggs, and again it will return back to its own location. So this is one important fact, and second one is it is as part declared as an endangered. Next one, it is about to be designated as Kerala's state amphibian. See, 2016 prelims law, there has been a very important question. Like they have asked, this species is endemic to which location? State bird butterflies. So, which state has recognized? Maharashtra. So, alanti questions already it has been asked gabatti. So, we can expect Maveli frog, that is the purple frog, also be asked in your exam. Now, very important fact is it is 364 days entirely into the tunnel. One day it comes out to lay an egg. Second one, endemic to Western Ghats, that is southern location of Western Ghats, and it is found nowhere else. And last one is umbrella species. The umbrella species ante government of India ఒక పర్టికులర్ స్పీసీస్ ని అంబ్రెల్లా స్పీసీస్ లాగా రికగ్నైజ్ చేశాక ఆ స్పీసీస్ ద్వారా ఇంటర్లింక్ ఉండే ప్రతి ఒక్క స్పీసీస్ కూడా ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఇస్తారనమాట. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ హ్యావ్ గిర్ లయన్స్. సో గిర్ లయన్స్ ఇన్ గిర్, దట్ ఈస్ గుజరాత్. ఈ లొకేషన్ లో గిర్ స్పీసీస్ ఆర్ గిర్ లయన్స్ ని ఇఫ్ ఐ డిక్లేర్ అంబ్రెల్లా అంటే habitat ni if we consider lions, deers or any other species which follows this deer, all will get protected because of gir. That means gir lions edunnayo Asiatic lions ni dini nenu umbrella species kinda consider chesaka this gir lions to directly or indirectly link unna prati okka species ni all those particular in the ecosystem will get protection. So purple frog ni kuda they are in a plan to recognized as a state amphibian and second one as an umbrella species. This is a very important species which is again in news is two-headed green turtle. So two-headed green turtle anedi, I repeat, this is in news. Look, this year from past 6 months తీసుకుంటే there are n number of species which are in news and you need to pick up those species which has been continuously repeated in the Hindu. So why I have picked this two-headed green turtle is, see, green turtle anedi it is because of its color. So few of the areas it is slightish brown, but here it is green. So in Malaysia, in other region, we get to see this species has continuously been killed. So this was continuously news. So try to make a note of such species which has been repeatedly covered in your newspaper. So one among them is Malawi frog and the second one is two-headed green turtle. It has two heads and left one and right one has its own functions where this both will protect. Try to find it out, a different covering of the different areas and try to look at so that if there are any invaders. Second one, both are capable to coordinate and it will help to crawl. Next one, these are widely distributed in tropical and subtropical waters. So here you should understand this distribution of this two-headed green turtles are in tropical and subtropical waters. They also, I mean, like play a very symbolic role and mata, where in the Indonesia region, where certain religious people consider it as an very ritual practices and they also has considered these as a symbolic role. Now other important factor it is number is very much low and it is been moving from endangered, presently it is endangered and the species has been continuously in threat. So it will move from endangered to critically endangered. Now rhesus macaw or rhesus monkey, recently again it has been declared as vermin. Now we should know what is here vermin. See, as per WPA Act 1972 prakaram, there are around 6 schedules. First 5 schedules anedi it is specific to animal species and the last 6th schedule is specific to plant species. Plant species which are prohibited anamata but not protected. I repeat, sixth schedule is plant species which are prohibited from cultivation. Now here you have to know very important factor here is what are vermin. Vermin ante those species which are causing harm anamata, which carry some diseases, so which can be threat to the environment, or which are causing a wide scale destruction, or any residential areas low they are causing some sort of threat, or when you come to agriculture it is a threat to the agriculture, that is the farm fields, or it is a threat to the farmer himself. So in this case rhesus macaw, that is like rhesus monkey, which has again, which was already declared as vermin, now they have been declared as again as a vermin in certain areas of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, etc. And it has covered under Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and its areas anedi Afghanistan, Pakistan, India and Southeast region. And IUCN it is of least concern status. So facts anedi they have been covered, and what is vermin anedi which has been very important. The state government, if they are facing some issue, for example, Tamil Nadu government was facing some issue with wild boars. So wild boars anedi, they are creating lot of huge trouble to farmers and also to the agriculture activities. So Tamil Nadu government anedi, it has informed Ministry of Environment and Forestry to declare this rhesus monkey or wild boars as vermin. Now in Tamil Nadu, you will be having a right to kill this wild boar and not in any of the other states. So killing and culling of species anedi, which is permitted for maximum of 1 year, that is 12 months. So I repeat, vermin species ante those species, if you declare vermin, you have right to kill those species. Vermin species, if they have been declared, you have a right to kill them because they are causing habitat destruction or a threat to human life or the environment. So vermin declare చేశాక ఆ స్పీసీస్ ని ఏ షెడ్యూల్ నుంచి తీసుకొని ఫిఫ్త్ షెడ్యూల్ లో యాడ్ చేస్తారు అనమాట. ఫిఫ్త్ షెడ్యూల్ లో స్పీసీస్ ఆర్ మోర్ అండ్ restrictions are zero and jail term is also zero కాబట్టి when you kill this vermin species there will not be any penalty and they will also no more any of jail term. So rhesus monkey is in news because it is been declared as vermin. Now vultures, as you know, vultures species of vultures has again declining. So India is a home. A very important fact here is India is a home to a very important, that is 9 species of vulture. Most of them are moving towards extinction. That is extinct. Extinct ante they do not survive anamata, or they are no more exist. So India's conservation efforts, out of 9, 3 which are being in a very high critical status le unnayo, that is critically endangered status. So critically endangered status lo unna species ni we started framing one vulture conservation authority and we started protecting. So what are these important species are white backed vultures, slender billed vultures and long billed vultures. I repeat, these 3 are being identified as the most important species which needs to be protected. So you make a note of this. Not all the 9 has been linked, but this 3 has been given a more high importance, that is white backed vulture, slender billed vulture and long billed vulture. Now the vulture population తగ్గిపోవడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే డ్యూ టు దిస్ డ్రగ్ డైక్లోఫినాక్ అన్నమాట. ఈ డైక్లోఫినాక్ డ్రగ్ అనేది దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ అంటే యాంటీ ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ, దట్ మీన్స్ పెయిన్ కిల్లర్ లాంటిది. సో animals which are suffering from this pain, they will be given this diclofenac drug, so that this diclofenac drug will act as a painkiller. Now animals like cow or any other species which has been given this diclofenac, what happens once they consume this diclofenac, that is part of their fat or part of their body. So when this cow or any other species die, vultures feed or vultures depend on this dead carcass of this cow or any other species. Now, this diclofenac, which was part of cow, now this will move into vultures. And it is moving from a part of one species to another species, that is food chain and mata. Now, when this vultures consume, they are facing with kidney failure problems. Due to this kidney failure problems, the eggs which vultures are laying are becoming very thin. So when they become very thin, they hatch earlier than the particular period. So that's the reason the vultures babies do not grow properly and they die, and the vultures population is declining. So as part of your prelims, India has recently added 3 critically endangered species, that is white-backed vulture, slender-billed vulture, and long-billed vulture. And the, why is the vulture population which is declining is because of diclofenac drug, which is acting, which is being given, which is being acted as a painkiller drug. Now, there's another species which is in news like Gangetic dolphin. So recently, annual census took place for the species. So annual census has been conducted for the species, that is Gangetic dolphin. India lo throughout the freshwater throughout the world freshwater, if you consider, there are around 4 important species of dolphins. One is Gangetic dolphin, second one is Baiji, next one is Bulan, other one is Poto. So locations of this species are very important. See, Gangetic dolphin anedi, we all know it is part of our river Ganga. Next, Baiji anedi, it is almost moved to extinct. Ante China recently has submitted a report to the IUCN that, sir, we found 1 or 2 species of Baiji. Ante Baiji earlier in China, it was in critically endangered status anamata. Now it moved to extinct stage, that is, it does not exist. Later, China claimed that in this Yangtze River low, there are around 1 or 2 species which are still alive, that is Baiji. So that's the reason they have considered it as a critically endangered. If it is not proved that Baiji exists, then it will again go to the extinct status, that is we have to forget Baiji. Second one is Bulan of Indus water system of Pakistan, Boto of Amazon river, that is in Latin America. So majorly Gangetic dolphin status anedi, it is in endangered and it is being classified as Schedule 1. So why we have to discuss Gangetic dolphin is because of increase in the number of Irrawaddy dolphins. Now we have to study about Irrawaddy dolphins. Irrawaddy dolphins anedi, their number has started slowly increasing. Why? Because recently nearby Chilka Lake, we get to see there is an increase in the population of Irrawaddy dolphins. See, we all know Irrawaddy is a very important river in this region of Myanmar, in this region of southern part of Myanmar. So there you get to see a lot of Irrawaddy dolphins. Now the migratory part is also very conducive to the part of Chilka Lake. So nearby Chilka Lake also we get to see certain increase in the population of Irrawaddy dolphins. So not specific particular, consider చేసుకుంటే river water dolphins, we know we have 4 freshwater species, that is Gangetic dolphin, Baiji, Boto and Bulan. Not specific to freshwater but mixed saltwater and seawater coast, then we can see Irrawaddy dolphins. That is the difference between what is Irrawaddy dolphins and what are other freshwater dolphins. Now it is considered as endangered. Both Gangetic and Irrawaddys are, the number are like very much less, but in Chilka we get to see its number is slowly increasing. Now recently in news it was stated that Government of India that is has advised Assam state government to go for culling, that is killing of pigs. For what? The reason here is African swine fever and mata. See, this African swine fever, this was somewhere we get to see in 1920s. So this might be carry forward due to imports, or still the research is going on. It can be of people has got it through some vaccine. Sorry, started through some human beings. Now the center has advised the Assam government to go for killing of this pigs which are affected due to this African swine fever. African swine fever and it is very fever levels in this pigs or any other species, majorly in pigs, and it is contagious anamata. Ante it is can be carry forward from one species to another species. Now mostly it has moved from China, that is bordering Arunachal Pradesh. Now most of them what they try to do is they will concentrate in the coronavirus, because coronavirus is mostly news gavatti. What we'll try to do, we'll study more about coronavirus. UPSC will remind you about African swine fever, which is in Assam. So center ఏమన్నదంటే what all the pigs and whatever the pigs which have been how much in number also, you just start killing them. You have to kill them because this is contagious and this can be carry forward. Now this is majorly started from this border of Arunachal Pradesh, and it has also entered Assam now. See, earlier we have classical, I mean like classic swine fever part, that is classical swine fever, and presently we get to see African. See, these are different from swine flu, that is H1N1, and this do not affect the human beings. And one important factor which you should know here is CSF, that is classical edundo, which we have got a proper vaccination anamata. And we need to remember here, there is no vaccination for African swine fever, and the only option what we have left is with killing of this pigs which are affected by ASF. Now this was directly, I have picked it from the Hindu and the Indian Express, where it is highly contagious and fatal animal disease that infects lead to a high level of fever in domestic animals and in the wild pigs. And it was majorly detected in Africa in 1920s, which are already exposed, and there is no cure for it. Either the animal will die when you get this fever, or this fever is contagious. It will carry forward one species to another, and only the solution what you have to is you should kill them. So ASF, as I already explained, it is not at all a threat to human beings. See, there could be a chances like UPSC has it recently, it has been noticed that there's a threat to human beings, so that could be a wrong statement. So out of this the PDF, the most important is which are repeatedly covered in the Hindu, that is Ramsar sites. What is a wetland is a basic definition of wetland, you should know, and how many Ramsar sites has been added, and most important state which was covered. Next one, what is Montreal's record is what is very important. Second one, whenever species ఏదన్నా అనుకోండి, frog or any pink frog lantidi, or if they are a species like double-headed turtles or olive ridley turtles, or any new discoveries happen, so try to concentrate on that species, its location, endemic to Western Ghata, endemic to eastern areas. So ilantivi you should find out, because another term like flyways, which was repeatedly asked in the Hindu and the Indian Express. Very important flyways which we have are already explained. There are 3 important flyways in continuous, I mean like which are connected out of 9 flyways in the world. So you should go through the species which are linked to those flyways. Next one, pollution related, we don't study only pollution aspects or areas. Try to find it out the geographical location of those areas. Next, you also know WPA Act is very important. So 5th schedule, a vermin species anedi, if they have been repeatedly in news, try to study what is vermin species, try to study what are umbrella species, try to study what are endemic species. So African swine fever anedi from January, again it was in news in May. So recently central government anedi it has advised this state government of Assam to start killing away those pigs which has been affected by this African swine fever, and this does not impact human beings.